Christianity has been universalizing since the 4th century. It originated in Israel, but made its way across quickly into the Roman Empire and Europe. And by the 18th century, it has made its way across the Atlantic Ocean and to the Americas, and now it is the largest religion in the entire world, with about 1/3 of the entire population following Christianity, and it is still growing to this day. Other examples of universalizing religions are like Islam, Buddhism, Sikhism, and more.
Let's go!
Today we'll be discussing the topic of universalizing religions. We'll cover what it is, examples, characteristics, how they're formed, and more. So what are universalizing religions? The definition is, universalizing religions offer belief systems that are attractive to the universal population. They look for new members and welcome anyone and everyone who wishes to adopt their belief system. Universalizing religions have many diverse members who come from different ethnic backgrounds, hence the term universal.
The biggest universalizing religion is Christianity. As we mentioned earlier, Christianity is the largest universalizing religion, both in area and in number. Christianity follows the criteria of a universalizing religion because Christianity was not conceived as the creed of any one specific person or people. Rather, Christianity is a religion that is designed to cross ethnic and natural boundaries. But one may ask, how did Christianity spread across the globe in the first place? The Roman Empire played a significant role in the spread of Christianity. The Pax Romana Roman peace facilitated travel and communication across a vast territory, allowing Christian missionaries to travel relatively freely. Additionally, Emperor Constantine converts to Christianity in the 4th century CE, providing legitimacy to the faith and led to its adoption as the state religion, further promoting its spread. As Christianity gained followers and established itself as a major religious force, it also had led to a political influence. Christian rulers and kingdoms often promoted and enforced the faith within their realms, and sometimes even through forced conversion.
Howdy geographers, Jack here to talk about the next religion example, Islam. Islam has become the second largest religion in the entire world behind Christianity after its creation by the Prophet Muhammad in the early 7th century. Since then, it has rapidly spread through the Middle East, North Africa, Central Asia, and Indonesia, as well as other parts of the world. Islam began to truly flourish in the period between the 9th and 12th centuries, with international trade boosting conversion in foreign regions, as well as missionaries that traveled throughout the African continent spreading the religion. On top of rapidly spreading outside what was considered the Islamic Empire, Islam began institutionalizing at the same time as political institutions of the Middle East were beginning to fall. This led to Islam becoming very powerful in politics. Today, Islam is followed by about 1.5 billion people across multiple different regions and ethnicities. Islam's widespread influence and dominance in the Middle East makes it one of the most dominant universalizing religions in the world.
Howdy, fellow human geographers. Buddhism is one of the oldest religions in the world that is still followed. Buddhism originated in ancient India during the 5th century BC. However, it only truly started universalizing after the death of its founder, Siddhartha Gautama, in 483 BC, and his followers began to turn his teachings into a religious movement. By the 3rd century BC, Buddhism had become the state religion of India and began spreading outward through missionaries and commissioned monasteries. From this point, Buddhism began to slowly spread influence, sidelined by the powerhouses that are Islam and Christianity. Today, Buddhism is present in most countries around the world and is especially dominant in East Asia. In conclusion, Buddhism as a universalizing religion is defined by its worldwide influence and effect on various cultures. So far, the universalizing religions we've discussed were all founded hundreds to thousands of years ago. Why? The answer is quite simple. Without the capabilities of the internet and global trade, it took these religions many years to spread just outside their hearth, let alone globally. On top of taking years to spread, many groups ended up changing parts of the religious teachings, creating separate branches to these religions that deviate heavily from the original scripture. Universalizing religions have been very important in various political atmospheres as well. In the Middle East, many governments will enforce Islam as the state-sponsored religion. In the U.S., politicians affiliated with specific religious organizations can bring more voters from that organization while losing voters from other religions. In some places, religion is the government. The Vatican City in particular is an entire city-state revolving around the Christian branch of religion, Catholicism. There are a few other locations much like the Vatican City across the world, such as Yemen, Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Afghanistan, with all four of those countries being in the Middle East and under Islam.
All three religions we've discussed travel across vast distances to pray and give tribute in holy sites and cities. For Christianity, this site is the tomb of Jesus Christ in Jerusalem. For Islam, the holy city of Mecca, and for Buddhism, it is the Lumbini Grove in Nepal. The Christian site of pilgrimage, the tomb of Jesus Christ in Jerusalem, is also known as the Basilica of the Resurrection. People make pilgrims to the tomb of Christ because it allows them to walk in the shadow of Christ, allowing them to better understand the sacrifice Jesus made and his resurrection 3 days later. Throughout the year, around 4 million pilgrims travel to the tomb of Christ every single year.
Islam's holy site is the city of Mecca in Saudi Arabia, the birthplace of Muhammad, the founder of Islam. It is a core practice of Islam that every follower is to at one point in their life make a pilgrimage to the holy city to cleanse themselves of their sins and grow closer in their connection to God. It also displays unity in Islam, as followers from across the world will travel hundreds to thousands of miles to complete the pilgrimage, showing determination and true belief in the religion. Most complete this pilgrimage during Hajj, which is a religious event that takes place over 6 days in the 12th month of the Islamic calendar.
Followers of Buddhism often make pilgrimages to places that involve Buddha's life. One of these places include Lumbini Grove, which is the birthplace of Buddha. According to sources, Buddha instructed his followers to visit one of these 4 sacred sites. Lumbini Grove is located in Nepal and is described as a spiritual pilgrimage. Tourist visits are seeing a gradual increase in the number of people visiting Lumbini Grove, as in 2022, right around 1 million people visited the Holy Land.
Alright, for one last time, thank you, fellow geographers, for tuning in to our AP Human Geography video covering the topics of different universalizing religions throughout the world. Throughout this video, me and my group have covered various different topics including Christianity, Buddhism, and also Islam, and how those different religions universalize across the globe into different religions and beliefs. We hope you took away useful information and ideas from our video.